Hey there, Cancer. This is Joy with Joy of the World, here to take an intuitive peek into the energies going on around you. Friends and subscribers, welcome back. And if this is your first time to our channel, make sure you click that subscribe button and ring the bell out beside it. They'll notify you anytime I post new videos. Also, if you find you like the content we provide here at Joy to the World, be sure to give us that big thumbs up, like, and share. Also, to those of you who've given donations into the channel, thank you from the bottom of my heart. We have 4 new decks coming in from Scotland on behalf of you guys. I appreciate it. Hopefully they'll join next week's readings. If not, we'll see them soon after. So for now, we're going to take a quick peek into what is going on, and I will tell you, Cancer, my couple of notes, I had to jot them down, so I'll read them back to you, because what is going on with you is, for lack of a better word, it is not a download, it is an upgrade. And I decided that irregardless, we're going to go ahead with this, even though the energy is quite clear. Okay, so you guys, when I was doing my splits and shuffling the decks to getting them ready, you're letting me know that you were feeling stuck in old patterns of love and success. You're wanting new passion and commitment to come in regards to abundance. You want to clear the anxiety and have a new sense of freedom to be. So with that in mind, I have a couple of central cards going on here, but I wanted to go ahead and get the camera on for you guys and get our leading energy. All right, so we're going to get a credit card to crown the top of the spread for Cancer, and let's see what is heading this up. Glad to have you here. Hope everything's going well. This has been quite intense, and this is what's crowning it, because I must tell you, this is what it feels like. Eye wide open. Everything is coming in, and that's like when it's been in the dark, you open the shutter of the camera to let in as much light as possible, and that's what the upgrade is doing. It's letting in all this light because we're shifting into that new era of air as being ushered in. Uranus is making that quick turn, that dog leg, that boomerang effect, which I've been feeling the ripple of for several weeks now. But as we draw near in the days, it is getting intense with some of the shock waves that come through. So let's get something. I've got the central cards going here, but we're going to get the shoulders of it coming in, because it's obvious that you guys are wanting that form of healing. You're wanting to look into the eyes of love. I need one more. Whoa. Okay. Big hearts. Big hearts. Y'all definitely have big hearts. So let's start here and see what we've got at the bottom of the deck. Look at that. Lady of Pentacles. I call her the booby doll. Talk about abundance, fertility, the symbol of all life from the ancient civilizations. But it's also, this one is calling in the 4 points. The balance, the hallmark, almost like the crosshairs. The crosshairs of success, interestingly enough, showed up in the Gemini reading. And it's like wanting heaven to look straight down into the eye of your chart, into your reading, to hone in your most pure, perfect self. That pure, perfect self isn't about behaving right or being right. No, you are right. You came in right. Who you are is correct for who you are, right? Your personality, your perspective, everything. But being able to hone it in and bring it into the central point, the bullseye, the navel, so that all of your energies become synergies. And you begin to know that the planets aren't working against you, but are working for you, my friends. So I'm going to lay this alongside that we can keep it in the forefront of our minds here, okay? Another clarifier along this side from the other bottom of the deck. We've got the Mary L running up the center, but it is performing more as interesting. Okay. It's performing more as our kind of our oracle and our peek into things right now. So, and let's see what's at the bottom of the deck here. Okay. So for now, let's look in this crosshairs. Let's take the dive right into this of the 4 angles. You can Google it, you can look it up, but your 4 angles are your midheaven, your IC. So those are on one line, and then you have your ascendant and descendant on the other line. Okay, and in the center, the pupil, the eye, you'll see what sort of operations you have going on, whether you have squares, conjunctions, sextiles, that type of thing. So you're wanting this cosmic energy to come in and to break up the disharmony and the static that you guys have going on. And that is in regards to, ironically, it's the 7 of Wands, but you're like telling me you want to be in the center of your healing, the healing of the eyes of love, like the fullness of your heart to be able to be expressed in your viewpoint, in the way you see things. No longer, well, you're wanting to be privy to the vision that you came here with. You're saying before you hit your head, before the fall. Okay, that's fantastic. So let's go ahead and ripple out on that wavelength. And what we have going on here, look. So in this deck, it's called the Spirit of Cups. So it's kind of like just staying. Remember how you were talking about this chaos, this kind of like a conundrum, bit of energy going on? That is actually what is spiraling around you. But I love how the cosmic energies, they can convert anything with these eyes of love, with this perspective, to work it to your benefit, because it's all perspective based, perspective driven. So what once confined you and like gnarled at you and gnawed at you and scratched at your windows, almost like a squeaky old branch in a haunted house type feeling, and stirred up all this insecurity and these, what would they be called? Specter type energies going on around you. It only pressed your dreams and drove them down closer to who you are, closer into your realm, but your eyes are shut. Your mind is shut. You've been guarding and protecting yourself for some time here. But meanwhile, the butterfly, I love it. It showed up weeks ago on one of the readings about the butterfly coming in as the savior. Well, this is the savior energy showing up over you. It is your covering. It is your strength. And your strength is your glory. And not strength like the way we think of it, but this perspective, this ability to perceive beyond reality, to go beyond the evidence of what synchronistic events have tried to shove down your throat and show over and over again, because it came in like this. It came in like that wah, wah, wah energy, like a feedback. Okay. We used to call it the wah-wah pedal on the guitar, but it was feedback coming back from things being too close, too pressed in on you, that it made you dizzy, made you ill, almost made you too sick to see. Well, I'm glad you've picked today to come out of that energy, to call in this reading, to shift those energies, and to bring in the divine assistance and resonance, okay, to clear out that dissonance. So, also on that line, on the other shoulder, we have the Two of Cups coming in from the Affirmators. Great deck here. Look at that. You're talking about what binds us together. And this is like that new energy that you're wanting to come in, to bring in, to exchange for this one. The having been alone, not even just like, not with my lover, but also not with your dreams and the things that you love. Here you're wanting it all. You're wanting it to come in and begin to see the mirror, begin to behold what it is you've held in that butterfly savior spirit for so long. What you've generated over and over and over again, anticipating this to be the season to come. And you're like, is it here, Joy? Is it here? I see that it is. But let's ask. Let's find out from the rune cards. Is it here? How close is it? Oh, pardon me as I step down from my perch for a moment. The day that I sit over here, I'm pretty high up, but I love to get in up and close with you guys, to take this time to let you peer at the cards a little bit more than the days I'm on the magic green couch, right? Okay, so look, look, look. Look what came to join you. Joy. Hey, hey. Not just joy, but joy. All right, Cancer. Travail is ended. Snap dab up on that. Okay? Hello. Hello. We're rubbing it right up on there. Travail is ended. All right, friends. Fruit bearing, new energy, clarity, and heaven on earth. Look at you. Look at you. Boy, and I hope you hold steady, because if yours comes in the same way it came in on me, maybe it was just so intense because I'm getting all of y'all's coming in my way. But either way, to get this through to you is so worth it. I love the connection. That's why I call us, family here, friends. That ability to really share from the heart. And you know what? I already see your eyes softening, the gaze softening, because that's a white wolf. And to me, that's about your spirit being renewed. Like Chiron fully coming into the healing for himself, beyond the helping of others, the healing of others, the pouring in, the kind of bleeding, the love, that type of Seven of Cups type of energy, to get into this divine initiation of the magician, the mirror, of bringing in the like lofty, and not like lofty, but like lofty, that upliftment, that sway of the breeze, the palm trees, the sea air, or whatever is your job, baby. That is what we are talking about here. That is your wunjo, your joy coming on in, but is ended. Yes, yes. Snap on that. Right beneath the Seven of Wands, crazy. Guess what came in? Look at this. The Seven of Discs. And that's what you were talking about. You're like, oh my God, my planets, my chart. You talk about heart-wrenching. You talk about challenges. You talk about struggle. Your heart has been pressed and maxed. It's like the olive being crushed to make the oil. And you're like, psst, I didn't know the oil would be that expensive. And that's why you were trying to tune in to your divine self. Remember the ancient one? The one that knew what you were being born for? The one with the crosshairs that saw all of your planets as the benefit? That is what you're releasing here, is the old ways of having seen them, of your kind of like your framework of how you identify with yourself, okay? Sometimes we look at our limitations or the bents of what this sign versus that sign, that type of thing. Let me tell you, baby, you're a symphony of planets. You are a symphony of stars. You are a magical, you're saying magician creation. Okay, you're a magician creation, baby. Wave that wand. Wave that wand. That's funny because what's coming in under it is the Four of Wands. So here's your wand. We're just going to wave it, and we're going to wave it, and we're going to stir up that fire, that passion channel in you, because that is what you were asking for. Remember, you were asking, wanting new passion and commitment. So it would clear away the anxiety and issue in that abundance, giving you that new sense of freedom to be free in your planets, to feel like this boss ass going on who's like, yeah, wubba dub dub. You know what I'm saying? So anyways, okay, alongside the Seven of Discs, this abundant flow, these wings of water that are coming out, it's not even like your feet aren't moving. This is the fire of passion, the feet of passion that is like a motor on your boat. Almost like, how do you get a rocket ship boat? I mean, that's like what it is. It's blasting that chasm out of your life, and it's blazing new trails, taking you forward to catch up with the sun. You didn't miss it, but to overtake all that pressing of the oil, all that anointing, that love, that abundance, to be reachable. That's what this Two of Cups is, this full contact love sport you got going on, friends. So anyways, alongside the Seven of Discs, this is what we had going on. Ten of Swords. But what I see really being focused here in the midst of your strength, remember we were talking about your strength? that persevering strength that you had here, that belief beyond belief of your heart being pressed to the nth degree, but you not giving up on your dreams. Here you are emerging like from between the legs of life. Life is giving birth to you. You are coming forth in magical, mystical energy, which I love. Remember, you're talking about the magician there, coming forth in this new light body, this new energy that you were talking about. Okay, that's what is being birthed out here. And here you come, my friend. And that is stirring the waters of healing, because you see these waters, they are reflecting the angelic realms. They are reflecting the cosmic realms. They are reflecting the prayers that have been made on your behalf. All the ones that you had lifted up and cried out while you were in that defense protective mechanism mode here. A generation against generation, hope against hope, faith against faith, going beyond your own natural ability, opening up your supernatural divinity to bring this in. Look at that. It's like a reiteration. That birth canal. This is what we're seeing above right here, but so below also in these waters. That cosmic stirring, that reflection, it goes beyond. It's like the moon, the sun, the high priestess, and the emperor all at once. Bam! Those are the four angles coming in, and it is a recipe for life and for love. Thank you for bringing that in. I'll look forward to our readings and what you'll be divulging to us over this coming season, Cancer. Now out to the other side, on the other shoulder of this seven of disc, remember, of redefining ourselves, of this planet, of seeing it through the cosmic eye, through the divine eye, is the sun. Look at that. It's like you have direction and flow. You have inflection and timber. You have like the strength and sauce. How else do you say that? Look at this. I mean, you got that little bit of a quiver on your lip like Mona Lisa, like, guess what I'm thinking? That type of a thing. Cancer. Yeah, bring that in. Your mystery is amazing. Those who get the privilege of knowing you closely get to observe your passion. You know, it is that watery driving force of expression of freedom. So I'm going to get a credit card on that. Tell us a little bit about this expressive bit of Cancer, this passion coming in that's clearing away the anxiety. Show us a little peek into Cancer here. Baby, wouldn't you know it? Sweet like a strawberry, fine like wine, love, sweet love. And this isn't just that swoon type of love. You're like, I have been there, I've done that, feels good for a minute, but I can't trust that for anything. Not for anything. And that's why your sun, your solarness is so dynamic, and it's bringing in that lunar and that solar energy. It's what takes to make things grow. It's the full cycle, the full composition of it. Not just the notes placed on the page and the music, but the rests and the measures spaced in between. They give it the definition, that give it the expansion, the breath, the anticipation, the pause, and you're like this. The moment. Yes. Y'all are being like, I don't even know what to say. Sauce. Total sauce, y'all. I love it. And remember the bottom of the deck. So the bottom of the deck of the Mary L, which is our central card that's coming up more like our oracle, like our divining rod really, is the High Priestess. And I love this. You see that pomegranate. It's like the fruit of seduction, that every little juicy bit has a seed in it. All of it has a promise. All of it carries fulfillment. And that balance and the juxtaposition of like being able to breathe underwater. And you're like, that's my element. And you're like, I've got lungs for that. And I'm like, straight up, yes, you do. I want to get a little something on that. What do I want to see here? I'm going to pick a map. We're going to get a map. Tell us about, wouldn't you know? Let me take another deep dive, baby. And what are we coming up with? All right. I love it. I mean, it jumps. So we got to say it's like coming from heaven to earth. And this is what we have coming in. This is a bit of this energy, right? This cosmic energy coming in for you. Look at that. Field of dreams. These are like those stars, those eggs, those energy stored all around you. Because like the butterfly, in it, it carries its own life cycle. It lays the eggs that if it knows it's not going to be the one to travel forth in this lifetime, that it will give of itself to the next generation. And this is what all you've been giving of yourself and giving of yourself. This 21, it's solar, it's lunar, it's abundant. Look at it. And that's the abundance that you were calling in my meditation before you began, was you were thinking like, wanting to leave. It's not desolate like dry like desert. It was more like strangulated. Remember this type of choking out energy? You're like, get me out of that. I want to get to where the abundance, like the cornucopia, the gold and the sun, the inheritance. This is your inheritance, friend. My heart is rich at this moment, overflowing with abundance, because it's more than just the tree of life. The whole earth sings with your glory. You've made this earth a better place to live, and I want to thank you for that. Thank you, friend. Okay, happy birthday to you. There is some birthday wishes coming true. Specifically, what I see here is fantastic. So I have this fabulous Hungarian friend, and she was showing me pictures from a family album. And in there, they have these cakes, just a regular like 2-layer cake. And out comes, I don't know, like a foot-long candle, and it's shooting fireworks out of it inside the house. And I'm like, everybody should have that kind of a shebang for their birthday, right? And that's what you got. You're talking about all those birthday wishes coming true. Think about the birthday wishes you made when you were a kid. Talk about fantastic. Okay. So that was what was coming along with our high priestess here. Let me get that over there. Because the high priestess, unlike the empress, all right, just a step removed, it's giving and giving and giving unto the earth, giving unto the greater good. To me, it has a lot of Aquarian energy. It's that even out of the flow of the heart, the mind's still working. It's still going even beyond your own capabilities, okay? But this is you inheriting, almost like turning the cog of the major arcana into the empress. But as we know, your Lady of Pentacles, remember the 4 angles, was bringing in that energy, bringing in the Sun card, bringing in the High Priestess and the Emperor all together. So you got your fruit is abounding. All right. So remember, we start breathing the love. Forget bleeding the love. You're like, we're breathing the love. This is our oxygen. This is going to light us up. We're going to stoke our passion. We're going to light our own pilot light so that I have hot water to take a shower, so that I can boil some eggs. Whatever it is that you want to do, you can do. Okay? You now have permission. It's that the eyes of love to see, looking back at you, to behold what it is you have dreamt of for so long, what it is you have wished for. Look at this. Look at that. I'm going to sandwich you in it. Put you in stereo, baby. Look at that. Look at that. You're beautiful. You're amazing. You're strong. You're divine. So under that 4 of Wands, alongside it we have temperance. And in this temperance simply indicates deep breath. Breathe it in. It's a moment of appreciation, a moment of reflection. This one, you don't have to wait for anything. This isn't just dream state. It's when the rubber hits the road, the dream state and the earth state. It is heaven coming to earth. It is joy. It's the Wunjo. Look at that. These are your fruits. Fruits aren't just things that you put in your mouth. They're things that you fill your mind and your smell and your soul, because your smell is reflected from your base chakra. Look at your base chakra lighting up all around you, baby. Pleasures abounding. every petal a promise. And look at you, perfectly balanced between the solar and the lunar energies, and all your stars dancing around your head, no longer choked out, right? Because it just kept talking about the thorns and thorning you in, and that's the lies that were actually shutting you out of your world. And I am like, you know, that's what y'all said. So we stepped into this to read it. We're like, you try and sound that alarm and make me all just like stirred up to almost pass out. We're going to step right into this, and we're going to do this reading now. Why? Because on the other shoulder of this Four of Wands, Cancer, ta-da. Look at that. You knew it all along. You knew it all along. And I'm so happy for you. I'm happy for us. I mean, anything blesses your life, makes our world a better place for all of us. Look at that. Otters, they're playful. They're bonded. They give care to one another, but they also have personal time. It's like, it's not just all up in each other's business or totally away. It's the whole synergy of it. Remember this mingling of energies? See, it's not totally overtaken. They don't have arms so that they latch all on. It's just a touch. It's like that handhold, or like my grandparents, they pat each other's butt, or they would smile and tap hands and that type of thing. They'd hold hands. They would sit side by side in the car, because that's back when cars had bench seats. And my grandmother would come around. He would open the door, and she would get in on his side, scooch to the middle, and they'd ride all the way back home. Sitting there so they could just, that little touch, that little love, that playfulness, each in their own space, but yet connected. Connected in the heart, and in the mind, and in the spirit. The high heart, like that innocent love, that love that is real, that love that brings it all in, that celebrates one another's abundance, one another's personality and who we are, never diminishing or condescending in any way. It's that embracing. Yeah. So the bottom of the deck of the affirmators is this lovely card. Look at you. An abundance of stars, the pollinators, the fullness of peace, the peace that passes all understanding, because you finally obtained what it is you had dreamt of all this while. And that is the permission to be you, like the full you, the you that you dreamt and you knew when you were coming, right? But also the experience that comes along with it as well, of moving through the earth energies, the human energies, to where this fullness manifests here on earth. Okay? So let's see. We're going to get one of these for y'all. So for Cancer, tell us about the sweet, sweet love, about their fine selves and what they have going along to establish and enjoy this divine reading. There we are. Okay, that one fell. So it's change. Chameleon. Remember how we talked about beholding, that being at one with your environment? Can you see the matching of this energy? That it also still, it reiterates what we were talking about here, that kind of the same vein, of the same being, of that same spirit, but allowing it each to express itself as its own, coming into that cosmic and that earth realm coming together to make this like divine reiteration of your fineness. Elements of change. Finding your heartbeat here on earth. Your own, remember, magician creation, your own magical creation. Better than Kool-Aid, baby. I love it. And it's groupings, it's gatherings, it's community, it's finding what you love. Not just what you love to do, but the people you love to do it with, the people that you enjoy. Because as you can see, it's more than just stars, it's constellations coming together here to give you the bigger picture, to give you the fulfillment, the filling and fleshing out of all that you dreamt, that it's more than you ever imagined. It's that heavenly divine kiss, y'all. Cancer, should I say swoon? Yeah, this is Joy. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.